What is up, team? Killchain here, and today we're talking the Mythic Plus changes that have come down the pipeline. We have a beautiful blue post detailing them, but I also have a little bit of an asterisk, like a footnote of concerns that still exist that I hope this doesn't take away from. We'll address that shortly, but mainly we want to talk about the changes. So we'll have the little graphic up on the screen, and although we can't see the actual values yet, this will also be increasing the Mythic Plus rewards for gold and valor stones based on level done, which is absolutely huge. If they've since already said that, then by all means comment down below in the comment section so we can, educate anyone that happens to come across the video, so we can see the numbers if gold and valor stones have been announced. But what they have shown us is the crest changes. Now, really good changes. This is nothing but a W, basically. There's no way around it that you could spin this negatively, honestly. But all the crests will be increasing based upon the level that you're doing, obviously all the way up to plus 12s. With the gilded crest, it'll go all the way up to 20. And another really good part that will help incentivize completing keys, even if they're going to be bricked, is the value of the untimed crest rewards you get also scales, and it'll always only be 4 behind the actual value of timing it. So in the case of the plus 12s, as you can see, you would get 20 gilded, which means not timing a plus 12 will still give you 16, which is already 4 more than what we currently get for timing it, right? So big buffs, definitely well received in general. A few people have obviously thrown out the whole too little, too late, I'm not going to play the rest of the season, it's already cooked, blah, blah, blah. I less care about the rest of this season. It's more impactful and more important that they've introduced it and they get it right and get everything sorted, ready for Season 2. Now, Season 2 will be at some point in February, probably, I'm guessing, maybe February. We don't know exact date, but this is really cool. I'm glad they did it. Now, when it comes to the concern side of things, I hope this isn't enough of a band-aid fix that people are like, oh, cool, this is a really good change, thank you. And then that allows them to still keep staving off the whole M+ issue of all the other things that need to be addressed, right? The crest issue alone still doesn't alleviate the issue of why do we have valor stones, for example, still. Like, they don't serve much purpose except for just being really obnoxiously annoying. Even when it comes to Mythic Plus rewards outside of the whole gear grinding thing, right? There's not enough achievements or mounts or transmogs or whatever the case may be. There needs to be more rewards in Mythic Plus. We still need to have the discussion about the whole depleting of keys. Is that well worth it? I've been a long time advocate, and I've said it literally for at least the last 12 to 18 months. It was like around Season 2 of Dragonflight, I feel like I first thought of this, and maybe other people have thought of it as well. I'm certainly by no means the arbiter of this particular idea, but I'd always thought that once you've got all portals, so you've done all the plus 10s, timed them, got your portals, then your keystone should turn into an omni keystone, which allows you to slam that keystone in any dungeon and then set it to any level. Because after plus 10s, there's no real reason to keep going beyond that other than IO, because again, there's no base rewards outside of just crest farming and stuff like that anyway. And even then, you're going to crest farm on plus 8s if you really care about crest farming. So go to do all your portals, get an Omni Keystone, slam it in anyone, and yes, that does mean you could have someone with plus 10s across all the board, and they randomly decide to throw in a plus 18 or something, which is obviously kind of dumb, right? I get that. But that's sort of the point, right? Like, if someone wants to practice with a team or with pugs or whatever and just keep running back the same thing, and, in terms of abuse cases that could happen, yeah, there might be a situation where someone will go, all right, well, we're going to push to have this same group just run the same dungeon, and we want to get the perfect, opening 5 minutes. And so if they wipe or die or anything, go back, reset, go again, and keep rushing it. I actually don't really see an issue with that because, again, that's what we do in Raid already, right? Like, the whole point is you've got a particular encounter that you're trying to practice and overcome and everything like that. Yes, I'm aware this is very similar to how Tournament Realm, will function, but I just don't really see a negative to it personally. So that's my idea. I think that would definitely do a lot for the top end heavy side of things, and by throwing in the depletion of keys get rid of that whole system. That would be more helpful. And even in my head, if you just allowed anyone to slam any keystone at any level, I also don't see a problem with that. What's wrong with the +3 person specifically being able to farm the dungeon he wants, right? Because again, he's still going to refarm the same dungeon at a higher eye level, because doing a +4 to get, you know, that trinket he really wants is still only going to cap out on like the veteran track or the what's the one up from veteran? I'm totally skipping it, but you get the idea. Like, you're still limited by track, so you're gonna want to refarm the item on a better situation. Now, for the hardcores, that will go, all right, well, I'll just go to the utmost highest one that I can get, which is hero track. That starts at +4. So if I just want to, you know, avoid as much as I can, or even just go straight to the +8 to try and get the hero track to drop on a higher track number, so like 5 out of 6 or 4 out of 6, and then I'm just gonna farm the same dungeon because I really want that trinket. I still don't see that being a problem either, because again, it's way more agency over the RNG problem of getting shit to drop anyway. Like, I can guarantee there's so many people that have run for like Skarden's Grace or something in Grim Battle and still have not seen it. So those kind of things I think would do well to alleviate it, and I really hope that while this is nothing but a W for the whole Crest, Gold and Ballaststone buffs for Mythic Plus, I hope that still doesn't detract away from the actual core problems with Mythic Plus long term to discuss it. So, you know, it's a system that hasn't changed in the 8 years or something since it existed. I do think it needs more of an overhaul, but I am appreciative of the buffs. Let me know what you guys think down below though. I'll be very curious to hear what everyone thinks. Yeah, thanks for watching.